Hi everyone, this is Danielle Lewis, owner and CTO, that's Chief Travel Officer of Selfish Me Travel. It was moving day today here in Playa del Carmen, New Mexico. So I just moved from a temporary Airbnb to a nice, cute little 2-bedroom apartment. The lease is for a year, so this is where I'll be working from for the majority of the next year. So let's get back to the news. Well, let's get to the news, period. On October 29th, the FDA authorized the Pfizer COVID vaccine for children ages 5 through 11. Coming up November 8th, it's a big day for it's a big day for foreigners traveling to the USA. The borders are open for fully vaccinated international travelers with proof of vaccine and a negative COVID test taken within 3 days of their departure to the US. Unvaccinated foreigners will not be allowed to board a flight unless they meet certain criteria. Fully vaccinated US citizens returning from abroad will still be required to show proof of a negative test within 3 days of departure. Unvaccinated US citizens returning from abroad will be required to show a negative test within 1 day of departure for re-entry into the U.S. Approved tests, of course, are the PCR, antigen, and several others. You'll have to check with your travel agent, travel advisor, someone like me, to make sure that you get the correct test to enter the USA and to go to other countries. Children under the age of 18 are exempt from the vaccination requirement. Children between the ages of 2 and 17 are required to show proof of a negative COVID test within the requirements, either the 3 days or the 1 day. And children under the age of 2 are not required to test. All passengers ages 2 and up will need to complete an attestation form, depending on what airline, before boarding a flight to the U.S. Contact tracing will be required for all passengers entering the U.S. The airlines will collect this information for its passengers on behalf of the CDC. List of approved vaccines. And a definition from the CDC. Individuals are considered fully vaccinated 2 weeks, 14 days or more after receiving one single dose of a single-dose vaccine, 2 doses of a 2-dose vaccine, or any combination of a 2-dose vaccine, a mixed match of an approved or authorized for emergency use vaccine by the US FDA and WHO, which is the World Health Organization. And it includes J&J, or the Janssen vaccine, or the Johnson vaccine, Pfizer, Moderna, AstraZeneca, Covishield, BIPP, Sinopharm, and Sinovac. Proof of vaccination can either be digital or paper and must include, at a minimum, full name, date of birth, matching the traveler's passport, name of official source issuing the vaccine, vaccine type, and the dates of the vaccine. So if you have an official vaccine card from the US, that's everything that you need on it to return. And I'm sure that the other countries have a sample of what their vaccine card looks like. And as it says, to enter the US, it can be either digital or paper. And most, at least a lot of countries in Europe, are already doing it digitally. Special note, also on November 8th, Hawaii will welcome all travelers with additional, more updated entry restrictions and requirements for both fully vaccinated and non-vaccinated, non-vaccinated domestic and foreign travelers. Please check with your travel advisor for this information. Things are being updated regularly, daily in some instances. And lastly, airlines are still canceling flights due to staffing issues. So all that I ask if you're traveling is to be kind, be patient, be flexible, and be in the moment. You're traveling, it's a privilege to travel.